Morning, guys. Morning, all. Morning, Cindy, Robert, John, Bella, and Gautam. All right. I think we can get started. Time for precepts. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tisarana gamanang sampunang. Panatipata veramani sikkapadang samadhiyami. Adinadana veramani sikkapadang samadhiyami. Kame sumichachara veramani sikkapadang samadhiyami. Musavada veramani sikkapadang samadhiyami. Sura Meriya Majjamadatana Veramani Sikkapadang Samadhiyami. Tisaranena Sadding Panchasilang Dhammang Samadhayatva Sadhukang Surakatang Katva Appamadena Sampadeta Bang. Silena Sukating Yanti, Silena Bhoga Sampada, Silena Nibbuting Yanti, Tasma Silang Visodaye. All right. Page 23. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vidya charana sampano sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhammasarati satta deva manussanang buddho bhagavati svakato bhagavata dhammo sanditiko akaliko ehipassiko panayako pachattang vedittabbo vinyuhiti Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sango ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sango nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sango samichi patipanno bhagavato savaka sango yadidang chattari purisa yugani yatta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato savaka sango ahuneyo pahuneyo dakkineyo anjali karaniyo anuttarang punya kettang lokasati buddho susuddho karuna mahannavoyo chanta suddha bharanyana lochano Lokassa papu pakile sagata ko vandami buddhang aham adarena tang. Namo te purisa janya namo te purisuttama. Sadeva kasming lokasming natti te patipuggalo. Dhammo padipo viyatassu sattu no yo maggapaka matabeda pinnako. Lokuttaro yo chadhadatta dipano vandami dhammang aham adarena tang. Yo chadammam abhinyaya dhammam anyaya pandito rahado varnivato chane jovu pasammati ye sang dhamma asamutta parivade sunaniyare te sambuddha sammadanya charanti visame samang ye kechiyo sadha loke vijanti vividha bahu dhammo sada samang nati etang pivita bhikkavo dhammo sadang pivitvana ajara maranasiyung Bhavayitva chapasitva nibbutta upadikaye Sango sukhetta bhyatikette sanyato Yoditta santo sugatana bodhako Lo lappahino ariyo sumedaso vandami sangang amaderena tang Suko buddhana muppa Ammadesana Sukha Sangassa Samaggi Samagganang Taposuko Bahungve Saranang Yanti Pabbatani Vanani Cha Arammarukka Chatyani Manusa Bayatajjata Netanko Saranang Kemang Gamma Sabbadukka Pamucchati Yo cha buddhan cha dhamman cha sanghang cha saranangato chattari ariya satchani sammappanyaya passati dukkha patta dukkam dukkha samuppadang dukkassa chaitikkamang aryanchatangikam maggam dukhetang saranang uttamang Etang saranang agamma sabba dukkha pamucchati Imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi Imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya dhammang pujemi Manopubangama dhamma manusetta manomaya Manasa che paduttena rakkang vavahatopadang Manopubangama dhamma manusetta manomaya Manasa che pasanena bhasati va karoti va Tato nang sukham manveti chaya va anapayani Anicca vata sankhara upada vayadhamino Upajitva nirujjanti ten kusalasu pasampada Sachitta pariyodhapanang etang buddhana sasanang Kanti paramang tapo tittika nibbanang paramang vajanti buddha nahi pabbajito parupaghati samano hoti parang vihetayanto Anupavado anupagato patimoke cha sangvaro mattanyuta cha bhattasming pantang cha sayanasanang adichitte cha ayo mena upajaya gunuttara achari upakara cha mata pita piya mamang suryo chandimaraja gunavanta nirapicha brahma maracha Yamo metta manusa cha majjata vedika picha sabbe satta sukhi hontu punyani pakatani me sukang chatividhang dentu kipang papetu vo matang imena punyakamena imena udasena cha kipahang sulabhe cheva tanupa dana chedanang Yesantane hina dhamma yava nibbana to mamang nasantu sabbada eva yattajato bave bave ujucetto satipanyo sale ko viliavamino maralando katang katuncha viriesume buddha di pavaro nato dhammo nato varuttamo Nato pachekka sambuddho sangho nato taro mamang teso tamanubhavena maro kasang labantuma imina punyakamena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya dukkha patta chanidukka baya patta chanibaya soka Patta avici hatta to tantare sattaka yupapanna rupi cha asanya sanya no dukkha pamuchantu pusantu nibbuting. Let's see, where are we at for our chantings here? Okay, so we're on page 131. Evang pasang bhikkhave sutava arya savako ganasming pina bindati ghandesu pina bindati ghana vinyane pina bindati ghana sampasse pina bindati yadidangana sampassa pachaya upajjati vedyatang Sukang va dukkang sukang va tasming pina bindati Evang pasang bhikkhave suttava hariyo savako jivhaya pina bindati rase su pina bindati jivha vinyane pina bindati jivha sampasse pina bindati yadidang jivha sampassa pachaya Upajjati vedyatang sukkang va dukkang sukkang va tasming pina bindati Evang pasang bhikkhave suttava arya savako kayasming pina bindati pottabbe su pina bindati kaya vinyane pina bindati kaya sampasse pina bindati yadidang kaya sampassa pachaya upajjati Vedyatang sukkang va dukkang sukkang va tasming pina bindati Evang pasang bhikkhave sutava arya savako manasming pina bindati dhamme su pina bindati Mano vinyane pi nabindati, mano sampasse pi nabindati, yadidang mano sampasse. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Am I coming through? Yeah, I did cut out for a moment. Yep. All right. Okay. Nibindang virajati viraga vimuchyati vimuttasming vimuttanti jnanang hoti kina jati vusatang brahmacharyang gatang karaniyang naparang ittatayati pajanati emasming cha panaveya karasming banyanamane tassa bhikkhu sahasasa Sahasasa anupadaya avasevim chittanti vimuchingsu. Okay. So English. Perceiving the bhikkhus, the learned and noble disciple becomes disenchanted with the nose, with smells, with nose consciousness, with nose contact, and whatever sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, which originates in dependence on nose contact. With that, he becomes disenchanted. Perceiving this, bhikkhus, a learned and noble disciple becomes disenchanted with the tongue, with tastes, with tongue consciousness, with tongue contact, and whatever sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, which originates in dependence on tongue contact. With that also he becomes disenchanted. Perceiving this, bhikkhus, the learned and noble disciple becomes disenchanted with the body, with touch, with body consciousness, with body contact, and whatever sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, which originates in dependence on body contact. With that also he becomes disenchanted. Perceiving this, bhikkhus, a learned and noble disciple becomes disenchanted with the mind, with mental objects, with mind consciousness, with mind contact, and whatever sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, which originates in dependence on mind contact. With that also he becomes disenchanted. And through this disenchantment, the noble disciple becomes dispassionate, and by the absence of passion, free. And when free, aware of that freedom, aware that rebirth is exhausted, that the holy life has been lived, that what was to be done has been done, and that there is nothing more to do in this body-mind existence. While this exposition was being delivered, the mind of the 1,000 bhikkhus, without attachments, became free from defilements. All right. Let's go to the thought of the day. We've now completed the first three discourses of the Buddha, the first three teachings. We are now on page 85, Uttana Sutta, second quatrain. Uttahatta nisidatta dalhang sikkatta santiya mavo pamatte vinyane Machuraja amohayata vasannuge. Second paragraph. All right. It's a little warmer today. Actually, it's a lot warmer today. I hear we're going into a warm spell. So I don't have to bundle up as much while I'm out here. So, second one. Get up and sit. Right? So the same line as the first one. The first one, get up and sit. Get up and sit. Train hard for peace. They do what is hard. Right? Let not Mara know that you are negligent, deluded, and under his control. So this is a this is a motif that we see a lot in the suttas. Mara as the hunter, right? What is he hunting? He's hunting you, right? That is what he's hunting. He's trying to, encourage you to be unskillful and to indulge in sensual pleasures and things like that. And you, in the Majjhima Nikaya, I think it's in the teens, I'm not sure. It's called Nivappa. It's bait, right? That's the name of the sutta. And in it, the Buddha talks about using the simile of the deer and the hunter, talks about Mara, right? Like Mara sets out the bait and the deer come and then they get trapped in the bait and all these kind of trapped in the trap and all of that, right? And then you have the motifs of Mara not being able to see certain people, like awakened ones, right? The Buddha says that that awakened ones leave no trail, like birds flying through the sky. Right? He also uses this motif for someone who's mindful, right? Somebody who's practicing well. You see in the simile of the hawk and the quail, right? What your domain is. Right? If you don't know the hawk and the quail simile, this is a sutta, and so basically, this quail gets swooped up by the hawk and goes flying away, and the quail says, "Oh, if I'd stayed in my domain, I would never have gotten taken by the hawk." And the hawk says, "This is funny because it says the hawk, not boasting of their prowess, says, 'What's your domain?'" And the quail says, "Oh, the freshly plowed field," right? And so the hawk says, "Okay, I'll drop you in your domain and I'll still get you." So the hawk drops the quail down into its domain, the freshly plowed field, and the hawk goes up, swoops around, and then dives bomb to get the quail. And it says, the Buddha says that the hawk broke its breast on the ground. So it basically dive bombed into the ground, right? Trying to, probably didn't survive. At the very least, it wasn't flying again, right? So the Buddha says, just like this, stay in your domain. What is your domain? Satyapathana, the 4 foundations of mindfulness. So if you are in your domain, right? If you're practicing Satyapathana, Mara can't get you, right? Get up and sit. Train hard for peace. Let not Mara know that you are deluded and under his control, right? So practice Satyapathana. Practice the Noble Eightfold Path. And then Mara will have a much harder time coming after you, right? Be in your domain. All right, last night on Dhammapalooza's I was talking about having the mindset of that meditation never stops, that you're always, every opportunity, every waking moment is an opportunity for mindfulness, right? So if you start with that mindset, that doesn't mean you're going to be mindful all the time, but you are setting it up so that there's no time, there's no place, there's no experience that is not ripe for mindfulness practice, right? That's not ripe for Satipatthana, right? It's all ripe for Satipatthana. As long as you're awake, as long as you're conscious, it's ripe for Satipatthana. And when you're practicing Satipatthana, you're in your domain. Mara can't touch you. And not only that, when you practice Satipatthana, you work on the hindrances, right? Practicing Satipatthana also allows you to get deeper states of concentration, samadhi. Right? So this is practicing Satipatthana, right? Mindfulness is so important, right? So make that mindset that you are going to be mindful, or at the very least, there's the opportunity to be mindful in every experience while you're awake, right? And then mindfulness will never be that far away. Mara will be far away. The closer that Satipatthana is to you, the further Mara is away, right? So practice hard, get up and sit, train for peace, right? That's a wonderful ideal to train for, right? Train for peace. One day, Right? There ain't no rest for the wicked until we lay our heads down for good, until we become awakened. There's no rest, as the first line said yesterday. Okay, friends, well, think about this, have these thoughts for today. Practice Satyapathana. Keep Satyapathana close, keep Mara far. And I wish you a very spiritually successful and peaceful day. Sukhi Hotu, may you be happy. Practice well and be well.